Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by Be More Creative here on YouTube and on Instagram. So I have a new filming location. I am back in the UK. I arrived back yesterday. It was quite a nice journey back, not too many difficulties. The difficult part was saying goodbye to my family. It's just one of those times. It has been absolutely lovely. I spent a good month and 3 weeks back at home, but I've got 10 days and then I'm back to work. So luckily France, you don't have to quarantine anymore if you are double vaccinated, which I am, and you just have to do a day 2 test, which I'll be doing tomorrow. So because the school is not open yet, I am back staying in a hotel for the next 10 days. So I do apologising if the lighting is a little bit odd. I've tried like 3 different spots in this room and it has got amazing lighting to stitch by. It is really bright, but for filming I keep getting reflection off my glasses or the light is too much. I was going to close the curtains, but then the room goes really dark, so we're just working with what we have. Today's video is probably going to be a very short one. As I said on a community post I posted last week, I really wanted to take, I didn't upload a video last week because it was my last kind of weekend and week with my family, and we went up and visited my sisters again, who live a couple of hours away from my parents. So we went up and saw one of my sisters, which was really nice. We just drove up, we got a takeout, chilled in her flat for a couple of hours, and then we came back. So that was really nice. And then I've just spent the past week with my dad because my dad had his week off work. So it was really nice just to kind of not worry about going on social media, which isn't a worry, I enjoy it, but I didn't want to spend time that I could be with my family on social media, and I didn't really stitch that much. So I have got some stuff to show you. I've got a little bit of haul, I've got a couple of finishes, and yeah, I have an idea for the next 10 days. So I'm going to jump in straight away with the finishes. So the first one is, of course, my Barabara Anna Dreaming Girl. Not sure where is the best place to show you. So I did this with all of the called for DMCs, and this is a piece of fabric I got from Aida, from 123 Stitch, and it is a 16 count Storm Aida. Absolutely love it. I have no idea what company it is. It could be a witch out. It has got an orange band on the selvage edge, but I can't remember if that is witch out or not. So if you know, let me know in the comments down below. I can never remember what the colours mean, but I absolutely love this. So that has been my first finish. So one of the other things that I have really discovered this summer has been stitching 1/1 on 25 count even weave, and to say I'm obsessed is an understatement. I absolutely love it. So the next piece I did was, I was really in the mood to do a Halloween piece, and I've loved the Hello from Liz Mathews word ones that she does, where it's just kind of black letters on a cream piece of fabric. Absolutely love it. But as I've said before, I don't really have places to store these or to display these, and I didn't kind of want it to be sat just in a box under my bed. So what I did was I stitched it's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus, and this probably looks really big, but when I FFO this, when I go back to the school, I've already got some Tim Holtz Halloween fabric on order, so hopefully that'll be arriving to the school probably next week. So when I get back to work, when I get some time, I'm going to FFO this, and I'm just going to FFO it into a little kind of pillow. Obviously it will all be even, but just as an idea. And it's going to be like a thin long pillow that I can put in either a wooden tray or a tier tray, and I just think that is adorable. So I stitched this on 25 count cream even weave. It's Zweigart based. And then what I used is my dad has a coffee machine, so I took the coffee machine pods and I literally just dabbed them all over the fabric. I did have, and then I washed it because I'd made it very, very dark and I didn't want it to be too dark. So I washed it afterwards and you can see that the fabric has stained quite nicely. I'm hoping you can see it maybe if I show it like that. I decided not to use black because I didn't want something that would stand out. So I've stitched mine in DMC 3371, which has been my favourite thread to stitch with at the moment. And it is the brown that is almost black. So in some lights it could look black, but it's not as harsh as black DMC 310. So that is my second piece. It's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. So I'm really looking forward to FFOing that one when I get back. And someone asked me before when I coffee dyed something, whether it smells of coffee. It does for a little while, but what I do is I tend to wash mine afterwards because I like the coffee staining to be very subtle. I don't want it to be the boldest thing there. I washed it and I hung mine outside to dry, and then I just left it outside for a day because it was really hot weather. I could do so. Left it outside hanging on the washing line, and by the time I got it in the evening, I could not smell the coffee. Even now, like it's been a good couple of days, probably about a week since this is finished. There is no smell of coffee on this. It has been in my suitcase, just in a small plastic wallet that goes in a folder, so open at the top, and nothing in my suitcase smells of coffee. So that's my next finish. So then I have 2 Autumn Lane pieces. Now I cannot wait. I've seen a couple of the sneak pictures from Autumn Lane Stitchery and they're absolutely amazing. But before I show you these pieces, I know Erin and Cassandra would never watch this, but I just want to say a huge congratulations to them. They had their little baby boy Maverick, and I have to say, amazing name. I love the name. And their baby, he is adorable, guys. They posted a picture on Instagram and on their Facebook group. I do apologise for that. Someone was at the door. So as I was saying, if you haven't joined the Facebook group for Autumn Lane Stitchery, I would definitely go over and check that group out. Amazing people on there, so many lovely comments when you post something. There's so much good interaction on there, and as well, it's if you want to see so many amazing Autumn Lane Stitchery pieces, people do colour changes and things like that. And one thing I just want to put out there, I very much doubt either Cassandra or Erin watches my videos, but a huge congratulations to both of you on your new baby boy Maverick. He is so cute. They posted a picture on Instagram and on the Facebook group, and he's so cute. So congratulations to you both. Cassandra, I hope you're well and just enjoy the time with your baby boy because they grow up so quickly. So as I was saying, over on the group, it is lovely. And the other thing I like is because Erin, he designs these amazing patterns, and as you know, this year is my year Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I did a design in May, which I was doing all the way until I hurt my shoulder, which was starting the Autumn Lane pieces. I always have a piece in rotation. Sometimes it's one that you guys might not always see because it's either I'm stitching, which I was over the summer, I was restitching Love Grows Here, which I stitched in a purple colourway. So I will put a photo up here of the stitched piece. I do have it with me, but it is all wrapped up and stretched, ready to go and get the frame, which I've ordered from Amazon. I ordered exactly the same frame that I ordered before, but I don't want to unwrap it until I'm ready to put it in the frame, just because I spent ages trying to lace the back of it. So it is tucked away in the bottom of my suitcase at the moment, so I will show that probably when I get back to the school. But it is exactly the same as the one that I did before, except for there are 2 different charms on it. So I will be showing that. That is what I've been working on over the summer. I have restitched that piece because the first piece I gave away to my friends for their wedding anniversary, and I loved stitching it, absolutely loved it, so I restitched it a couple of months later for myself. So I do have 2 WIPs, and both of them are Autumn Lane pieces. The first one is Autumn Town. So I have got very little progress on this. I am nearly at a page finish. So down here is the bottom of the first page, and then I just have the blue sky to do. While me and my dad were watching a couple of films, I just did a little bit of filling in here. So I filled in the entire roof here and part of the chimney. I still have another part to do. And then I've outlined all of the next lot of trees. So I do believe this does go on to the second page of the tree, because I do like, because I am using sulky variegated threads, I didn't want the variegation to stop, so I outlined the whole tree, and that way I could just go down and fill it in. So this is in a really good place now, that if I'm watching TV in the evening, I've got enough spaces where I can just fill it in without thinking. So this pattern is absolutely gorgeous. I love the fact that Erin has decided to use the green fabric as part of the design, so you don't have to cover everything. As you can see here, there is the hill in the background, that is staying green. I am stitching this on, I should remember this by now really, shouldn't I? Sorry guys. And it is stored in one of my first project birds that I made. I have had this as a WIP for quite a while, but it's not one that I've been stitching on all the time. So I'm stitching this on Jodyri Designs Jade Dragon, and it's an 18 count. Now, one thing I have noticed is I am not using a lot of the called for colours at all in this, because I was doing it stitch from stash. So most of mine is sulky, there's some DMC, but my roof colours, and you really won't be able to see this, I doubt in this light, but you might be able to see they are different colours. That's because I didn't have at the time enough of the WIPS Dye Works Molasses. So I've also been using WIPS Dye Works Chestnut and WIPS Dye Works Crisp Bonbon, because I just had a little bit of all 3 of those. So I decided just to throw those in and go with it. And someone said to me, I say that I love Autumn Lane Stitchery, and yet I change the colours of so many things. I don't see the harm in that. And I've also had comments from Erin, who is the designer, especially on my Love Grows Here piece. They actually shouted it out on their YouTube channel, where they loved the fact that I changed it. I'm still using their design. I'm stitching the pattern because I love it. And a lot of the colours I used in that one, if I put up, I will try and put up the photo here for you guys of the design. It looks very similar. I'm still using the same colours. Where it's like a yellowish tree, I'm still using a yellow tree. Where it's an orange, but they called for some like Gloriana threads, which at the time I couldn't get. They were out of stock anyway. There are some designs of theirs that I would stitch the called for colours, but others, I don't see why I can't change it to stitch from stash. Some of them, like the Love Grows Here, I changed that one specifically to the purples to go with my friend's wedding colours. So it includes that piece, but it makes it personalised, and I don't see the harm in doing that. And as I said, the designer himself, he's commented on quite a few, and he has, as far as I'm aware, he's had no issues. He's also posted on their YouTube, so Autumn Lane Stitchery does have a FlossTube, and make sure you check that out as well. They've posted on their FlossTube actually encouraging people to change colours, things like that. So there are some areas where I definitely would, I keep the pattern the same, okay, yes, I may eliminate a small element just so I can change something, but generally the pattern is exactly the same. Okay, the next piece I have is actually a freebie. So this came out I think last week on their Facebook group, and it's called Catastrophe. I'm not quite sure. So if you join their Facebook group, you can get this one for free, and I do believe they have another one. It's a witch's hat that I've got saved. They also posted it on their Instagram account. Now this one I have changed once again the colours because I was away on holiday. I didn't have all of the called for DMC, so what I did was I just went for a colour similar, or I decided to change. So I didn't have the purpley mauvey tone that they used for a shadow, so I just used this darker, it's not really dark brown, is it? It's a light brown. And also for some reason I didn't have a DMC 310, I had a sulky, but I didn't want to use the sulky because I'm stitching this on 16 count, and because I need to do back stitch as well, I like DMC for back stitch, so I changed it to 3371. I think the only called for colour I'm using is the 415, which is the actual cat colour itself. So that's how far I've got. I have left to do, there's a ball of wool here, and I've got to fill in the rest of the cat, and then I've got to do the kind of pink kind of bubble with question marks and things around it. So I'm really enjoying this one. This one I stitched in, so far it's had probably about 4 hours of stitching. Once again, my past week stitching has been hours where I've got people sitting around me and I'm stitching, talking to them. So 4 hours of stitching and talking. But he is really, really sweet. So I look forward to carrying that on. I might do a little bit of that this afternoon. So the rest of what I have to show you is haul. Now I have, before I go into haul, I'm just going to, so the rest of what I have to show you is haul. Now I've got from a couple of different places, and it is all mixed up. So a lot of these places are Pacific French shops, except for one, which is I placed an order with the silver needle. So we're going to start with what I got from the silver needle. Now the reason I went on there is because I have wanted a Pacific collection for a very long time, which is the word plays by Brenda Gervais. And I haven't taken these out of the plastic, I do apologise. But I really wanted these, and I got some money for my birthday, but also I had put aside money to get these because I knew if I ordered this amount, which was all 12 patterns, then I potentially was going to have quite a hefty import fee if I got it to the UK. But I somehow managed to get out of that by importing it to France, which is where I was with my family, and it took about two and a bit weeks to get to me. By the time they actually posted it out, it only took kind of 9 days to get to me, but it did take quite a long time for them to kind of post it out. So, but I will still order from them, but I knew because I was ordering quite a big order, I did get it delivered to France, so I don't know if you get import fees if you deliver it to the UK. You probably would. So I got the January, and you've probably seen these quite a few times, so I'm going to just flip through them very quickly. February, March, April, May, June, July. I love July. I love how different July's one is. I like the fact that it's not necessarily 4th of July themed, which a lot of American ones are. What am I on? August, September. I love the back to school theme. October. Love the little witch. November and December. So I really do look forward to stitching those ones. I am going to get some of the called for flosses. It is, I think, Gentle Arts, but I'm only going to get the colours for the main words because I think that will show up some of the variegation. but the other elements I will probably just use DMC that I have in my stash. I then picked up Project Quarantine. I've seen this so many times. I love the fact that this, I've loved when watching everyone stitch this, but it's not necessarily reminding me of COVID. Let's stay home and stitch. It's just a sweet one, but it can be seen either way. So I did pick that one up, and that one was $8, but there was an offer on it at the time. And then the one that I really wanted is Bobbin for Pumpkins. Ever since I saw this one, I really wanted it, but it was sold out in all of the French shops that I shop online with. And obviously in the UK it is very difficult to get Brenda Gervais patterns. I have noticed, is it Geoff Smith? I'm not sure if there's some numbers behind that on eBay. It does carry some, and that is where I've ordered a couple from, but they didn't have bobbins for pumpkins, so I did pick that one up. So the next stuff I ordered was from French websites. I did find a couple of really nice French suppliers for cross stitch, so I will leave those down in my description box below, because I do know that there are some people who do watch my channel who are based in France. So I will list them below, just so that way if you are based in France, or if you're in the UK and you want to order, they do ship to the UK, but just bear in mind that postage may be a little bit more and you could be charged imports. And in the UK we do have lovely shops such as like Peatside Needleworks, the Patchwork Rabbit, the Nimble Fimble, is it Crea Nostalgia? I will link it down below. I absolutely love shopping on hers for Fancy Floss. That's one of the places I tend to go to, just because she seems to have a really nice stash, and also her delivery is amazing, but I'm not sure if I'm naming the website correctly. So what I will do below is I will list both the French shops that I shop at and the UK shops, and also I will link to the Silver Needle because I have placed quite a large order with them, but just bear in mind in the UK you could be charged import charges. So I then picked up, and there was only 3 of them available, the Hands-on Designs little Christmas ornaments. So I got Noel, I got Christmas Eve, and I got the North Pole Trading Company. So I picked up these. I think these are going to be really fun. I have suddenly decided I plan to get one of the Hobbycraft kind of Easter trees, but I'm thinking of having one and having it all year round and just hanging different ornaments for different seasons, because it's kind of small. I think I'm going to Hobbycraft because apparently they do have one still in display. They're using it for their Halloween display. So I am going to go to Hobbycraft to have a look at the size of it to see whether it's something will fit in my room, but if not, I have decided I am going to be putting some Christmas ornaments on the students' Christmas tree in the common room, because as much as I try and get the students involved, we do have handmade decorations. I work in a school and I'm the one that puts up the decorations with the students, and if anyone's decorated trees with teenagers or put up decorations, you know that after about half an hour they get bored and leave you to it. So, which is the way it works every single time. My students kind of are all there for the first part. We come up with some creative ideas for decorating, they're all in it, and then about 3/4 of the way through they're like, yeah, bye miss, you can finish it. So but also I know that they will quite appreciate handmade ornaments. I know I can get them to make some as well. And these are really small. Like, this is stitch count. The Noel one is 59 by 33. That should stitch up quite quickly. They're all about the same. The White Christmas Eve is 34 by 53. So those are lovely. I did order from the eBay website I mentioned earlier, Geoff Smith, another 3. She had a set of 3 for £9, which had the tier trade one, which is what I really, really want. I did order some some fancy floss as well from Classic, by Classic Colourworks. One of the French websites had an offer on Classic Colourworks, which meant that these basically ended up being £1 a skein. By the time I found out about the offer, there wasn't too much left. So I did pick up what I needed for Noel, and then I just picked up a couple of reds and greens because I do like to use fancy floss for things like leaves and for houses. And when you've got a lot of Christmas stitching coming up, red and green is a bonus. So I have got a couple of other skeins I bought, but they're already kitted. So then I ordered the 2021 cross stitch chart, the Just Cross Stitch magazine. Sorry, I love these magazines. I'm not a big fan of Halloween, but I did think that the students would love to stitch these. So it's a lot easier if there's a magazine because it's a public thing, and also we have the special, what do you call it, copyright, whatever. So basically we pay a license and then we can use these with the students. So, but yes, so we've got the Halloween 2021. I am going to try and order the Halloween 2020 because at the time that one came out, I wasn't really stitching for seasons. I was stitching what I liked because I only started in August last year. But I know you can still get them off like Patchwork Rabbit and stuff, so I will back order one of those. And then I found the 2019 on one of the French websites, so I picked up the 2019 one, which has also got some really cute designs in here. I just forgot. Autumn Lane Stitchery has got 2 designs in here. They have the cat one down here, the cat and the pumpkin. But the one that I really want to stitch, and it's going to be one of those times that I can't find it now, isn't it? Is this one here, which I think is gorgeous. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have time this year to stitch that one, but that one is definitely on my to stitch list. And then I found a Christmas Ornaments 2018. So this one's a couple years old, but these I just think are brilliant to have in your stash anyway, because there are so many designs in here and you might not stitch them all. They might not all be your design choice, but what I've noticed is my tastes in cross-stitch designers and charts changes periodically. So the stuff that I started stitching last year is not the same as what I go for now. So I do think that these are quite handy to have. One, I work in a school, so these are quite good for the students, but also there's a fair few in here that I would stitch up. So that is everything I have to talk about. I said that this was going to be a short video, but I have a feeling it's going to be quite a long one. I'm hoping the Wi-Fi here is going to be good enough to upload this video. So I'm going to leave you here. I'm going to go and edit this video and hopefully get this one up for you in time for the Sunday. So if you're watching this, then you know it all went up fine. If not, it may be slightly delayed. So plans for this week. So I've got 10 days off work. I have got a little bit of work that I'm going to do, just a little bit every day, chip away at it. I am going to be going to HomeSense and TK Maxx because I really want to get some fall decorations and autumn decorations. I'm going to go to Hobbycraft and the Range, and I think I might start stitching Christmas. I am going to work on my cat today. He is going to be my little project today. I'm going to do a little bit more work on him, but I am feeling the urge to do Christmas, and because I am in this hotel room, I am just going to treat myself and start what I want to start. So I'm going to head off. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Are you stitching Christmas at the moment? Halloween? What are you working on at the moment? I'm kind of torn. I want to do Christmas because I really want to get some Christmas ornaments done for this year. but I don't have any Halloween stitching. And I know I have my tier tray that I want to put stuff on. And okay, I have my one piece, my Hocus Pocus, but that's not going to fill up a whole tray. But I'm not really in the mood to stitch Halloween. So what are you guys stitching at the moment? Are you stitching Christmas? Are you stitching Halloween? Are you not doing seasonal? Let me know down below, and I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon.